All eyes on Doge. Big run up to the moon. Whew. Doge still going up. All eyes on Doge. Still big run up to the moon. Keep going up. Going up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin up, movement in Doge. Dogecoin up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin up, movement in Doge. Dogecoin 42.69. All eyes on Doge.
Hey everybody, Kriss here. Did you miss me? Did you miss me? If you missed my earlier stream at lunchtime, or just a little early lunch, we checked in on President Trump speaking to the World Economic Forum, and he did mention crypto, but it wasn't the strategic Bitcoin reserve or anything big. And then we had the Cynthia Lummis thing this morning, and she didn't say strategic Bitcoin reserve, but there's another Trump thing coming up, and we will check in on that live when it happens. I'm hearing maybe 3:30-ish, so we'll get to that. But there are a lot of questions about this Dogecoin ETF, so we are going to get to that and talk about that first, because there's so many questions about it. So let me get down here in the corner, and let's talk about it, and then we'll get to your questions for a little bit. So this will be quick here, okay? First, strategic Bitcoin reserve. Well, Forbes says it's going to happen. Bitcoin price braces for huge Trump earthquake. The big God candle that could come. Well, we will see, right? We'll see how that happens. But meanwhile, Bitwise seeks approval for Dogecoin ETF in Delaware. What does this mean for Doge? So there's this whole thing. Trump's presidency could transform crypto regulations. That is slowly building. We see Senator Cynthia Lummis this morning being voted to chair the new Senate Banking Subcommittee on Digital Assets. This is basically a crypto Senate subcommittee. And part of what they want to do is lead Congress to urgently pass bipartisan legislation establishing a comprehensive legal framework for digital assets, and that strengthens the US dollar with a strategic Bitcoin reserve. And so that is what led to a jump in price this morning initially, which we saw more on Bitcoin. Bitcoin had a nice big green candle. But that was when we thought that her announcement was actually going to be the strategic Bitcoin reserve. It wasn't. And it was just her appointment to this new Senate subcommittee, and then Bitcoin dropped. But then we had Trump start talking to the World Economic Forum, and price went all the way up to 106.8. And it's slowly been tripping back down since, including Dogecoin's price, which came down just exactly where it was this morning before all these events started. Manipulation? Well, possibly. We did take out a lot of shorts, particularly on Bitcoin. A lot of shorts were taken out, and it's probably taking out a bunch of new leverage longs now. I'm not going to get into the heat map right now, but what about this Dogecoin ETF application? Well, the Bitwise thing is not an application yet. They have just registered an entity in the state of Delaware through which that application will be made. But we did already have an application made. So we're going to talk about the SEC and ETFs. And I'm going to start at the bottom of this article and work my way up because, well, we talk about Litecoin. Litecoin has already applied for a spot ETF. I think Litecoin's most likely going to get one. Proof of work cryptocurrency, totally decentralized. There should be no questions about that. And Litecoin S1 had gotten comments back from the SEC already. So the SEC has acknowledged that they've looked at it and they've made some comments. This looks to confirm that, which bodes well for our prediction that Litecoin is most likely to be the next Litecoin approved. So that's great for Litecoin and also helps pave the way for Dogecoin. So, and then we've got Floki. Yes, the Floki DAO has a proposal to put together to try and get themselves in a position where somebody might want to launch a Floki ETF. There's a bonk one, but for some reason, this next group here that filed for all of these other ETFs, Rex Osprey, they filed for a Doge and a bonk and XRP, Solana, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Trump, but not Floki. And Floki's like saying, hey, what about me, right? What about me? But no. So we will see about that. But there is a Doge ETF that has been applied to the SEC. We covered this on Tuesday, and that is when the 90-day countdown starts, which means that by mid-April, we should be hearing about its approval. So now we've got this. Bitwise. This is just a registration for a trust, assuming it's real. This is this Delaware filing, and then James Seyffart published the actual document, which means this is going to come. And most likely, as I said earlier, what happened with the Bitcoin ETF is there were some that were filed early and some were filed a little later, and the SEC just like dumped them all together and approved them all at the same time. Some of them did not have their full 90 days because it was 90 days only for the first one. So that means it's 90 days from Rex Osprey, and whenever Bitwise gets theirs in the queue and they actually apply, it'll get lumped in with this one, with the Rex Osprey one, most likely. And then anyone else who applies for a Dogecoin ETF as well. So just getting that out there, that's sort of the mechanics of it. But what does it mean? Dogecoin ETFs. Well, the price will skyrocket. Well, I mean, we can look at like Ali, right? He just pulled out the same chart again, which has him going up to $15. Whatever, right? Whatever. But then I was like, this afternoon, I was just like, well, you know, I've got a good idea. Let me make a real good chart of what I think is going to happen when the Dogecoin ETF gets approved. And this is some serious technical analysis on my part. Serious technical analysis of what will happen when the Dogecoin spot ETFs get approved. That is some crazy technical analysis right there. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So there we go. And we will refer to this chart very often because this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. Now I do have this, rising support line that Dogecoin has bounced off 4 times, and that is still in play as well for support, and we haven't given up on that yet. So that is still in play for Doge. Meanwhile, we have the Department of Government Efficiency beginning its work. They've uncovered that there's a U.S. embassy in South Sudan that is in design that now has an estimated $784 million price tag. And the Department of Government Efficiency is saying, do we really need a $784 million brand new embassy in Sudan? Interesting. And then this one is about the penny. Do you know that it costs the government 3 cents to mint 1 penny? It costs more than the penny's worth to mint it. So, Department of Government Efficiency is saying, do we really need pennies? That could mean the elimination of the penny and the rounding of all US money to the nearest 5 cents. We'll see how that plays out. But just something, I mean, they're working on it, and this is just the start. Just the start. We also, I check in every once in a while on the X payment site, X Money, at X Money, just to see what's going on, and there's nothing yet. But I keep checking, just in case. So what does this mean for Dogecoin ETFs? Well, somebody commented on my video earlier, as well as I've heard chatter about, well, the Bitcoin ETF dumped. There was a lot of selling when it first launched. The Ethereum ETF dumped, and there was a lot of selling. That's because each of those had an existing grayscale futures ETF. It was ETP that people were locked into, and they couldn't sell from that. And in their application for both the Bitcoin ETF and the ETH ETF was to convert those futures ETPs into a spot ETF. And once that was approved and that happened, you had all of these holders that had money tied up in those ETPs that finally wanted to sell at big profits. And that's why we saw the dumping of Bitcoin for the first 5 days and Ethereum for, I think it was like 10 days. There was selling out of that grayscale product that was more than the new people buying in. But Dogecoin does not have an existing futures ETP. Grayscale doesn't have anything with Dogecoin. So when Dogecoin begins to trade its ETF, there's no selling. It's just buying. It's just buying. So you think I'm bullish about that? Yep. But I'm not bullish in the immediate because that would still be April timeframe. So still weakness overall in the market. So that's where we start. We're having a little green candle here up to 35 cents now. It looks like we just hit. And Bitcoin, yeah, we got a little green candle on Bitcoin. I wonder what that might be about. We'll have to check and see. Now, we still have Trump about 15 minutes away according to the schedule. Doesn't mean he'll actually start at 3:30, but we will carry that live just in case. So, Trump signing order related to crypto. Trump signing crypto executive orders. Trump signing order related to crypto. An aide has said, well, guys, I think we've got some executive orders coming out. We got some executive orders coming out. Let me post this. Hold on just a second. I got to keep up with this. It sounds like Trump is signing executive orders related to crypto. So reports an aide. Join me on my live stream on YT, and we'll see what Trump has to say. Okay. In the background, you hear some talking, and that's just me getting ready for the Trump thing. So we'll see. All right. Now we're all set. Let me check in with you guys now, and let's see what's going on. We got the Bitcoin up over 105. Anticipation, guys. This could be juicy. We will see. Hey, Jay, how are you? Welcome back for more. I'm here too. I am here too. We have a super chat from Greg. I'm wondering when you'll accept gifting memberships again. It's going to be in March sometime. Okay, Greg? It's going to be in March, but I appreciate the super chat. Thank you. I'm going to be giving out the Dogecoin to the channel members in March. Okay? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate the super chat again. Yep, after the Doge giveaway. How long would it take for the Bitwise ETF application to get approved? As I just said, I think Rex Osprey has one already in, and it'll be 90 days from that. And I think they'll lump the Bitwise in with the Rex Osprey one. That's what they did with Bitcoin when there were multiple Bitcoin ETFs that were on different time frames. They just lumped them all together so that not one particular company had an advantage over another. That's what they did. So this might be it. I don't know. We will see. Executive orders. Dun, 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 dun. My big green arrow is a lucky arrow. We'll see. Thursday pump day. We'll see. That's what we're here live for, right? Austin loading up on some Jasmine. Yep. No tax on Trump and Melania tokens. Great. Everything else gets taxed except our tokens. Rumor alert. Trump and Doge ETFs will be approved by Monday. No, it'll be 90 days. I don't care what some ex-CEO says. It'll take a time, I believe. These things take time. Buy the rumor, sell the news. Right now we're dipping back down. So I think now we just want to see the real thing. The real thing. So that would be a fast approval, though, wouldn't it? Every time Jasmine dips 0015 below its previous low, I buy an additional. Okay. Yeah, I know the Doge CEO can say that, but he's not a source in the SEC. He's not a... I want to see Dogecoin in every American household today. Yeah, Trump might say that. Trump might say that. Howdy, Lucifer. Welcome back. Yep. Come on, Trump. Do us a favor. Will Doge pass Algo? Well, it's already a higher total market cap than Algorand, but in price, Algorand's at 40 cents, 40.75. Doge is at 35 cents. We will see. You think the Bills are going to beat the Chiefs lucky? I don't know. The Chiefs have a way, right? And it's in Kansas City. And they have the refs on their side. Kidding. Thank you, Jay. Appreciate it. A Dogecoin reserve. I know. I posted that, right? Wouldn't that be great if he said a Dogecoin strategic reserve? Hey, Doge Runner. Anybody can post a rumor. I could go on X and I could post a rumor. Rumor says Dogecoin will be a strategic reserve of the United States Treasury. Anybody can do that. Press the like button now, everybody. Let's hit the like button. Let's get people coming in. That would be awesome. And if you haven't already subscribed, while you're down there, hit that little subscribe button too, so we can get our subscriptions up as well. I appreciate the support. The Dogecoin Reserve. Yep, that's what I posted last night. If you guys saw on X, well, of course, that's what's going to happen, right? Doge is just going to go up. I posted that. Wouldn't it be great if right after talking to Elon Musk, Donald Trump says Dogecoin Strategic Reserve instead of Bitcoin? That would be awesome. That would be awesome. Wow, we're getting some green candles, guys. Bitcoin going up. Awesome. Yeah, we're going to have to keep tabs here on these X posts. Trump says he expects the Fed to listen to him on interest rates. Interesting. Interesting. Oh, something's happening. Something's happening from The Office. Remember that? Trump order on crypto to develop national digital asset stockpile. Trump order on crypto to develop national digital asset stockpile. Well, that's what he calls the strategic reserve. He calls it the stockpile. Oh, yeah. You either front run this or you die poor, Elio says. Trump is also signing an order to declassify the JFK, RFK, and MLK files. Wow. Okay. That is happening. Whew. Also, in order to create a cryptocurrency working group. Wow, there's a lot going on, guys. I hope he gets to talk live and talk about it. Input on FOMC. It's a 1 week away, and if Trump is going to put pressure on the Fed to lower interest rates, that is even more bullish. Wow. Everything turning green. Bought some more Doge just in case. Too much anticipation. Yep, Steve. Morkvit, good day to you. Pepe just dipped. 1434. 1434 was below our buy target of 15. So it's now up to 1482. So I hope you bought down here. That was the dip, guys, on Pepe. That was the dip. I hope you got some and didn't wait for me to answer. Of course, I can't tell you what to do. I'm not a financial advisor, but Bitcoin over 106 now. Let's go. No tax on Fartcoin. Is Fartcoin not a U.S. company? Really? Really? I've got the news on in the side here, and we're waiting for Trump remarks. Yeah, Jason, welcome back to you too. We got a green candle machine going right now, guys. And we'll check in on Trump as soon as he starts talking, hopefully soon. Nothing on X payments. Nothing on X payments. Yeah, you can. The live stream earlier was Trump's remarks to the World Economic Forum. He laid out some really strong things there. So let's go. The Bills already have a flag for roughing the passer. Yep. Coming at you live. You did buy some Pepe at $14.50. I think you'll do very well with that. There's a rumor. I'll start another rumor. Yeah, where did MJ go? Let's go to Mars. Go live. I'm here. I'm here. Oh, panic selling is not good. Happy bouquet. As we say on this channel, you only sell on the green candles, not the red. Again, not financial advice. Hey, Charles, right now we'll take anything. And actually, it's a full penny now. My timing is awesome, isn't it, Ron? Timing is awesome. So, yep. Had a little blip there on my... everyone's reporting he signed executive orders for crypto today. The National Digital Asset Stockpile. So we're waiting to get details on that. Done. Doge on the move. Yeah, we're not going to cover the drone stuff right now. I'm just trying to get going. Fartcoin is blasting. God candle. It's looking really good. Hey, Sebastian. Yep, good to be back. Long time no see. LFG. I'm just getting caught up here in the chat, guys. Yeah, it's still pretty cold. It got up to 30 degrees today. But, I mean, yesterday morning it was -1. Brr. Jasmine doing some pumping too? Jasmine could use that. For whoever was buying Jasmine on the dips. Yeah, not as big of a candle as what we had earlier. But we'll be checking around. Bitcoin is just kind of stalled waiting for Trump's actual words. I think that's what that is. Bitcoin strategic reserve, we believe. Could this have been a bear trap? Manipulation? Yes. Yeah, we'll check out the bubbles later. Check out the 5-minute chart. I will in a second. Is Trump just following Bitcoin now? Now that it's traded on all the platforms, it'll pretty much follow Bitcoin, except if there's something specific about Trump that makes it go up or down. Very much like Doge now. Sebastian, you need to become a member for your name to appear in green. Subscribing is nice, though. I'll take the subscriptions. You like that green arrow, Raiden? I put a lot of time into that. I had to do mathematics and detailed technical analysis on that chart. Reuters is reporting U.S. President Donald Trump on Thursday signed an order to create a cryptocurrency working group. Awesome. We heard it might be 3:30. It is now 3:30. Not happening yet. I will broadcast it live. Yes. My TA on Doge, up and away. Yep. Fart coin, a real shoulda, coulda, woulda. Yeah, I know, right? Who thought fart coin? I mean, come on, really? Who thought? Then you zoom out and it's like, yeah, it's okay. $1.63. It was just up at $2.60. So, I mean, that's still down from Sunday, 40% down. So, yeah, now that I've zoomed out on that fart coin chart, that doesn't look great. A lot of profit taking there. A lot of profit taking. Doge looks good on the 4-hour. That looks pretty good. And Bitcoin, of course, looking better, which of course means Bitcoin dominance is up again. Yep, 59% Bitcoin dominance. That's what we got. So we're waiting to see if we heard Trump was going to make some statement this afternoon. We're checking in on X because there's a lot of reporting going on. Trump signs orders, crypto executive orders, a lot of excitement on X, from The Office to Seinfeld. So Trump signs executive order to create a national digital asset stockpile. The executive order, this is from Ali, the executive order establishes the presidential working group tasked to develop a federal regulatory framework. Working group will be chaired by David Sachs and include the Secretary of the Treasury, the Chairman of the SEC, along with heads of other relevant departments and agencies. The White House AI and crypto czar, David Sachs, will engage leading experts in digital assets and digital markets to ensure that the actions of the working group are informed by expertise beyond the government. Executive order directs departments and agencies with identifying and making recommendations to the working group. Executive order prohibits agencies from undertaking any action to establish, issue, or promote CBDCs, and it revokes the previous administration's digital assets executive order, which suppressed innovation and undermined U.S. economic liability and global. Yeah. All right. So that seems to be what we have. Yes. Let's go. So that brings us up to speed. Very bullish, guys. Very bullish. A Bitcoin stockpile. So let's go. Fart coin won't last long after Doge gets utility. Maybe we'll have some Doge farts. Thank you, Ball Billionaire, for subscribing. Trying to keep it real, but it's exciting when good things are going on. I do get caught up in it just a little bit. Lucky added $5 worth of Doge to help the God Candle. Thank you. If Doge could get up to Trump's price, where is the Trump coin right now? $36, $37? Not enough. Not enough yet. That's why we want Trump to speak and actually say it with his words. We want to see the executive order. It's probably dipping because Trump is behind schedule. Could be. That's what we're waiting for, Jason. Are we going to see that? He will have a speech. They're probably Throwing it together right now. Folks, I know you can come in when you can. I do work from home 4 days a week. Gives me some flexibility. I always have to get the work done, though. BTC price increase is weak. I was waiting for a proper candle, and that's what we're waiting to see on video, live, Trump actually saying the words. That's what we want to see. We want to see the words come out of his mouth. Bitcoin stockpile. XRP, Doge looking the same. I still have my Trump tokens. I'm waiting for this. I may sell my Trump tokens soon. You like the word stockpile? I think Trump likes it too. He made it up. Because otherwise, say everyone else says reserve, and
President Trump, we do have now the shot here. We are just waiting for them to play it out here, and once they do, we will bring that to you in its entirety on Live Now from Fox. So stay right here with us. Let's take a 2-minute break, and when we come back, hopefully they will be playing that out.
In just a few minutes, we're going to get it. We're going to get it in just a few minutes. Charts are ready to explode, Jason. Fisher, thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate everybody being here as well. This is a big day. We knew it was going to come, but we didn't know how long it was going to take. A lot of people were throwing FUD. A lot of people were disillusioned. But you know where I stood all along the way. And this is just one step. Overall, for cryptocurrency, this is great. This isn't particular to Dogecoin. You know, Dogecoin goes on its own. Bitcoin will probably have a big green candle, and Doge's may not be as big on this news in particular. But we'll see. We'll see. Well, retail may be showing up for Bitcoin big time. But if Doge starts rocketing up at a greater percentage, we will see. Yeah, let's talk about the border again. Let's talk about Ukraine again and all the dead bodies, right? That wasn't even the question that was asked earlier. And then Trump went there. It was just like, oh. Yeah, we'll look at the heat map. Take a look. Where are the shorts up there? Because we got about 1 more minute. There's a still shot there.
Of files on the assassinations of former President John F. Kennedy, Robert Kennedy, and Martin Luther King Jr. So once that does get going, we will bring that to you, of course, in its entirety, all right here on Live Now from Fox. Live look right now at the Dow. You can see.
Look at all the leverage longs down here, though. Man.
5 points there in the green.
Well,
so a big day there.
The exchanges are just going to have to bite the dust on those. There's a lot more down here than up in the shorts.
And of course, breaking news as it happens, all in real time.
Wow.
Here. So now we are going to go to another event while we do wait for President Trump playback there. We are going to bring you out to California.
Not just for
attorney
the
Ben Crump filing a lawsuit against Southern California Edison for negligence in the Eden fire.
All right, we're just going to wait. They're going to do some fire stuff in California, and then we will get back. You want to run? I'm not running for anything in the government. No way. You couldn't pay me enough. All eyes on Doge and Bitcoin today. I don't know. Right now, I'm still drinking my lunch Sprite Zero here. It would be cool to watch it explode with the whole KrissPax family here. Yes. All right, here we go.
Being signed by the president.
An executive order on crypto would be. Oh, sorry, we're doing that. I'm sorry. This is an executive order on AI. We're basically announcing the administration's policy to make America the world capital in artificial intelligence and to dominate and to lead the world in AI.
Do you want to say your name, your full name?
David Sachs, AI Crypto.
David is one of the greatest in the world at AI. Most respected, probably there is. So that should take us to the forefront, right?
Absolutely. We got it, man.
So that's an AI executive order.
Okay. Thank you. And this, David, is?
Yeah, this is the crypto EO. We're going to be forming an internal working group to make America the world capital in crypto under your leadership.
Which is really going up, right?
Absolutely.
All right, David, that's for you. Thanks. You find them exciting? They might not be exciting, but they're going to make a lot of money for the country.
Thank you, sir.
And so is David. You have to check him out. There's nobody like this guy. They said, "How did you get David Sachs? How did you do that?" And he's doing it for the country more than anything else. So we appreciate it, David. Thank you very much.
This is an executive order establishing a presidential commission, an advisory commission on science and technology.
Good. You want to explain that a little bit?
The basic idea
Or
is to
stockpile,
get
Bubble.
top people from government, the private sector,
Didn't say stockpile.
technology industry, as well as educational institutions, to make sure that America maintains its leadership position with respect to science and technology development in the years ahead.
Good. That's great.
Next, sir, we have a presidential memorandum encouraging departments and agencies in your government, including the Department of the Interior, to promote federal recognition of the Lumbee tribe of North Carolina.
I love the Lumbee tribe.
Oh, gosh.
So this is their first big step, right?
Aren't those Sharpies great?
Yeah, they were with me all the way. They were great. North Carolina, Lumbee tribe. And you'll send them a copy of that?
Yes, sir.
They were great. Okay.
If you'd like, I could get them that pen, sir, as well.
Yeah.
It should, though.
Next, we have a set of pardons for peaceful pro-life protesters who were prosecuted by the Biden administration for exercising their First Amendment rights.
Do you know how many?
I believe it's 23, sir.
23 people were prosecuted. They should not have been prosecuted. Many of them are elderly people.
These are executive orders,
They
Ron.
should not have been prosecuted. This is a great honor to sign this. They'll be very happy. Because they're all in prison now.
Some are out of custody.
It's ridiculous. Okay?
Lastly, sir, we have an executive order ordering the declassification of files relating to the assassinations of President John F. Kennedy, Senator Robert F. Kennedy, and the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
That's a big one, huh? A lot of people are waiting for this for years, for decades. And everything will be revealed. Okay? Give that to RFK.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Okay, thank you.
Mr. President, a U.S. judge temporarily blocks the birthright citizenship order. Do you have any reaction?
No, obviously we'll appeal it. They put it before a certain judge in Seattle, I guess, right? And there's no surprises with that judge.
Mr. President, Senators Collins and Murkowski have now said they will vote against Pete Hegseth. Are you worried about his confirmation in your reaction?
No, and no surprises there. It's too bad. You know, it's just the way it is. Too bad.
And when would you adjourn Congress to make recess appointments, Mr. President?
Well, I'd take a look at that. I'd listen to John Thune. He's doing a fantastic job. We're moving along. The Democrats are trying to delay government, as they always do. They can't help themselves.
I don't know, Jason. We're going to see.
John Ratcliffe, who's very, very strong, very popular, and liked by the Democrats. I guess he gets a lot of Democrat votes. That's taking a long time, and it shouldn't be taking a long time. They're maxing everything out so they can delay everything as much as possible.
So does the President support an effort to use recess appointments if you choose to do that?
I'd be willing to use recess appointments. It's up to John, and we'll see. And John Thune's a great guy, great senator, knows his stuff inside out and backwards, but I would use recess appointments if he wants to do that. Absolutely.
Yeah, Bitcoin
The
1045.
Democrats are just delaying. They always delay.
Mr. President, you spoke to the Saudi Crown Prince yesterday.
Who?
The Saudi Crown Prince. How was the call?
Right.
That they said $600 million to get invest.
600. I'll ask him for $1 trillion.
You said we can ask for $1 trillion. Will Saudi Arabia be the first foreign country you will visit since they invested that much?
Well, if they do that, I would. Yeah, I would be glad to do that. I did it. As you know, 4 years ago, we did $450 billion, meaning the money all goes to American companies, and they purchase jets and they purchase computers and everything else. And we did $450 billion, and I guess we're at 650. And I'll see if I can talk him into
Mr. I don't
it.
think it is again. You showed
Trump
great
down to
confidence
35.87.
Why you said that you doubt that this is far in Gaza will hold since you appraised his
Well, no, I think he's great,
efforts?
but
I know,
it's a
Reagan,
very
right?
tricky place. It's very tricky. Yeah, we'll see. And if something does happen, they will not be happy.
So follow up on that one, in terms of Steve Witkoff, are you going to put him in charge of Iran's strategy, and do you want him talking directly with the Iranians?
No, but he's certainly somebody I would use. He's done a fantastic job. He's a great negotiator. He's a very good person, a very popular person. Gets along with people. I have great negotiators. They have no personality whatsoever, and then I have some that do. Steve has a wonderful way about him, and people like him, and even in this case, both sides like him. And he was able to make a deal. That deal would have never been made without Steve. The Biden people couldn't make a deal. We were working on it for a year and a half. They couldn't make a deal. We got it done prior to the inauguration. We said it has to be before the inauguration. I mean, the deal should hold, but if it doesn't hold, there'll be a lot of problems.
Related to your AI, EO, just hours after you made that big Stargate announcement, Elon Musk tweeted that they don't actually have the money. Is that true?
I don't know if they do, but they're putting up the money. The government's not putting up anything. They're putting up money. They're very rich people, so I hope they do. And I mean, Elon doesn't like one of those people, so.
Does it sound like AI is going to replace many American jobs?
No, it's going to create tremendous numbers of jobs. It's going to also create a lot of benefits medically for cancer research and other things. It's going to have a huge positive impact. And, we want to be ahead of China. We're right now way ahead of China. David Sachs is one of the all-time experts. The people are amazed that he just met him. I don't know if he's still here. There he is. But one of the most respected people in that world. It's a whole different world. And we're ahead of China now because of what I'm doing. And I think it's going to be very successful.
Mr. President,
Please, you just asked the Davos Forum again that NATO countries should spend 5% of GDP on defense.
Yeah.
The United States don't spend 5%.
Well,
You think it should also apply to the United States?
We're protecting them, They're not protecting us, we're protecting them. So I don't think we should be spending, I'm not sure we should be spending anything, but we should certainly be helping them. But they should up their 2% to 5%, yeah.
Mr. President, you said earlier during your speech at Davos that you would like to see interest rates come down. How much would you like to see them come down?
A lot.
I'd
I'd like to see them come down a lot, and oil prices will come down. And when oil prices come down, everything's going to be cheaper for the American people and actually for the world, but for the American people. So I'd like to see oil prices come down. And when the energy comes down, that's going to knock out a lot of the inflation. That's going to automatically bring the interest rates down.
Are you worried that there's too much? You said that you would demand. Are you worried that there's too much going on at once if you're trying to bring interest rates down, get the economy back going?
It just works that way. I mean, it just economically works that way. When the oil comes down, it'll bring down prices. Then you won't have inflation, and then the interest rates will come down.
You said that you would demand that the interest rates come down.
Well, I would put in a strong statement.
Do you expect the Fed to listen to you?
Yeah,
Are you going to talk to Congress about this and bring the rates down?
at the right time, I would.
So do you think any people you pardoned that were participated in the January 6, 2021 check-in?
Oh, not this again.
Or meet with them at the White House?
I don't know. I'm sure that they probably would like to. I did them something important, but what they did is they were protesting a crooked election. People understand that also, and they were treated very badly. Nobody's been treated like that, so I'd be open to it, certainly. I don't know of anything like that, but I think they're going to meet.
I know, Jason.
Some of the congressmen.
We need clarity on that.
Congressmen, women want to meet, but I'd certainly be open to it.
Have you spoken to them since you received pardons?
I haven't spoken to any of them yet, but I know they're very happy.
Mr. President,
I gave them their life back. Their life was taken away from them unnecessarily and unfairly. I gave them their life back, so I can imagine they probably would like to.
Mr. President, what did you mean when you said that Biden took bad advice and not pardoning himself yesterday?
Well, he did. I think he did because he pardoned all these people.
Yeah, the reporters aren't going to ask about crypto. They don't care.
What they did is they destroyed evidence. When you destroy evidence, especially criminally like that, they did it criminally. And the reason they destroyed the evidence is because it proved that I was right. They didn't destroy evidence for no reason. They destroyed it because they found many documents saying that I offered 10,000 soldiers. If they had 500 soldiers or National Guard, there would have been no problem. If they had 200, that would have been. I offered 10,000 if they needed them. There would have been no problem. That's been now totally.
Yeah, Elon can't be a vice president.
It's proven by Nancy Pelosi's daughter, who has her on tape saying it was her fault, that she has full responsibility for this. And they have all that stuff. They destroyed everything. And they go through a year and a half, 2 years of nonsense. They come up with tremendous evidence, and they destroyed evidence. And Schiff knew about it. That's why he's on there. He knew all about the destruction of evidence. A lot of people said he's the one that got him to do it. And he's a crooked guy, totally crooked politician. And so he's pardoned, and some other people are pardoned. And these are crooked politicians, every one of them. Benny Johnson, what he did is incredible. I mean, he was the leader of the committee, and he did it. Cheney, crying Adam Kinzinger, all of them.
Yeah, I don't know why this price is just
evidence and
it's being suppressed.
There's nothing. There's no evidence now. They're crooked politicians.
Thank you, Daydream.
They should be punished. That's even in a civil trial.
For the super chat.
For a thing like that. They destroyed.
I think we all just need a little more patience, I guess.
Every document.
I even got caught up a little bit earlier.
I was totally innocent.
Mr. President,
Yeah, probably a lot of leverage.
The southern border, so
Yeah. Southern border?
Yeah, Steve, I saw that.
Southern border. When I said 10,000 troops, I was referring to the capital.
The media in Boston are aghast by that.
I offered 10,000 troops to the capital before January 6th.
And as for the 1,500 at the southern border, sorry to clarify, what exactly do you want them to be doing right now?
Making sure that the border is safe and secure and that criminals don't come into our country.
Mr. President, do you think that sanctions on Russia will force President Putin to negotiate?
I don't know. But I think
Taking
we should
out
make
leverage.
Mr. President, does it bother you that Elon Musk criticized a deal that you made publicly, that he said that he tweeted that?
No, it doesn't. He hates one of the people in the deal.
Have you spoken to him since then?
No, I've spoken to Elon, but I've spoken to all of them, actually. No, the people in the deal are very, very smart people. But Elon, one of the people he happens to hate, but I have certain hatreds of people too.
Sir, sir, on China, what do you think Xi Jinping can do on the Ukraine-Russia war?
Which one?
The Ukraine-Russia war, what can Xi Jinping do about that?
China?
Yeah.
They have a lot of power over Russia. They supply energy to Russia. And Russia supplies energy to them. They supply other things to, it's really a very big trade. It's a very big trading partner. But Russia supplies a lot of energy to China. That China pays them a lot of money for that. And I think they have a lot of power over Russia. So I think Russia should want to make a deal. Maybe they want to make a deal. I think from what I hear, Putin would like to see me, and we'll meet as soon as we can. I'd meet immediately. Every day we don't meet, soldiers are being killed in a battlefield. And that battlefield is like no battlefield since World War II. That's it. And I have pictures that you don't want to see. Soldiers are being killed on a daily basis at numbers that we haven't seen in decades. And it'd be nice to end that war. It's a ridiculous war.
You said that Ukraine's ready to make a deal. Did President Zelensky tell you that?
Yeah, sure. He's ready to negotiate a deal. He'd like to stop. He's somebody that lost a lot of soldiers, and so did Russia. Lost a lot. Russia lost more.
I agree, Daydream.
They lost
Manipulation.
100,000 soldiers. Would you say that's a lot? I'd say it's a lot.
Mr. You said that you wanted to make Dr. King's dream a reality. What's your response to his children and civil rights leaders who say that your DEI orders are a contradiction of his dream and could further drive racial?
Well, I haven't heard that.
Mr. President, you put the Houthis back on the terror list. How do you see the war in Yemen?
Well, we'll see what happens, but they can't shoot down our ships, the Houthis.
Yeah, the reporters don't care about
Shoot down
crypto.
our ships or any ships.
That's not on their agenda.
They're on the terror list. That's not good for them.
So why did you revoke security protections for former Secretary of State Mike Pompeo and Brian Hook?
Well, the same reason that when you have protection, you can't have it for the rest of your life. Do you want to have a large detail of people guarding people for the rest of their lives? I mean, there's risks to everything.
So would you support striking Iran's nuclear facilities?
Exactly, JJ.
Would you support Israel, for example, striking Iran's nuclear facilities?
Well, I'm not going to answer that.
Don Jr. come in there as a media person.
I'm going to be meeting with various people over the next couple of days. We'll see. But
Yeah, Christoph, get in there.
Worked out without having to worry about it.
You just have to yell louder than those other
It would be nice if that could be worked out.
reporters, right?
And who are you going to meet with?
Well, I'd rather not.
Cardano's not holding a dollar still.
Hopefully that
Just
can be
can't
worked
get
out.
over $1.
Hopefully we'll be.
Maybe tonight we see that.
I guess that's okay too.
And Mr. President, just to follow up, you said you think the Fed should listen to you. Can you elaborate on why you think it should?
With regard to interest rates?
Correct, yes.
Because I think I know interest rates much better than they do. And I think I know it certainly much better than the one who's primarily in charge of making that decision. But no, I'm guided by them very much. But if I disagree, I will let it be known.
So your tariff plans for China and Mexico are much tougher. The ones for Canada and Mexico are much tougher than the one for China. Why is it softer for China?
Well, China's already paying a lot of tariffs because of me. And when you add them up, I would say, they're paying a lot. They paid hundreds of billions of dollars. They never paid 10 cents until I came along. When I came along, They've paid hundreds of billions of dollars. Never paid anything. And so they've already started at a higher base.
Is February 1st the date for Chinese tariffs as well, sir? February 1, or was that just Mexico and Canada?
It's Mexico and Canada, but we're talking about China too. Look, China's sending us tremendous amounts of bad drugs, fentanyl, really bad stuff. Most of it comes through Mexico. And we're losing, I think, 300,000 lives a year because of that. People say 150, 100, 120. I think 300,000 lives a year. Those are old numbers. The lower number is a low number. And we can't have that. They've got to stop sending it. I had a deal with President Xi, but it was a deal that wasn't followed up by Biden, of course, where they were going to issue the death penalty to people that make fentanyl, and that would have stopped it. But
yeah, everything is dropping.
We'll have to stop it with tariffs. Okay, thank you very much, everybody.
All right, guys, thanks,
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, guys. Hey, press, let's go. Nope, guys, let's go. Thank you.
All right, so a flurry there of executive orders, including a big one to release the full details and documents of the assassinations of JFK, Robert Kennedy, as well as Martin Luther King Jr. So we'll be continuing to follow that right here for you on Live Now from Fox, everybody. All right. In the meantime, we do want to bring you to more updates regarding a big case that.
Okay, we don't have to do that. Okay, so yeah, by putting those executive orders in, along with the crypto ones, along with the JFK, Robert Kennedy, and Martin Luther King files, to declassify those, that's where the attention is going to go. So the crypto ones are just kind of like stuck in there. So kind of a weak response by the markets. I mean, it's a huge thing what's happening, but the markets, they want the big headline. Like I said, we need to hear the words come out of Trump's mouth, and we didn't get that. So yeah, we didn't get that. Maybe this just helps build a stronger bottom here. I don't know. I mean, there's still these fears out there that tomorrow we're going to wake up to news that the Bank of Japan has actually increased interest rates. That's something that's still looming out there. And there may be some traders who are a little leery of that. But I mean, Trump's saying he's going to pressure the Fed to drop rates. Well, that's 1 week away. So we will see next week what Powell says. Jerome Powell has always said that he's not influenced by the presidency, but Biden didn't care what Powell said. He just followed along. Now we have a president who's a little bit different. A little bit different. But yeah, a little disheartening here. Look at the Trump token dropping down, 34.88. Ouch. Not the kind of response we were looking for, guys. Not great. So, yeah, we got all the videos going now. Everyone's saying this is unbelievable, to make the US the crypto capital of the world, and the markets could care less. Yep. Not much else. So we wait. Trump's new executive order is bullish. And we got dumpage. Well, Johnny Walker Black Label is going to have to wait for the next big thing. Because that was rather disappointing, guys. A little disappointing there. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, a little bizarre there. Doge at 34.7. So it's right where it was this morning. Do the opposite of what your initial gut tells you. That is crypto investing, isn't it? That is crypto investing. Oh. Steve, I'm not going to look at XCN again. You've just been shilling it for 2 live streams in a row now. So cool it on that, please. Trump and crypto don't mix, Daniel says. It was certainly pumping when Trump was at the Bitcoin conference. But then, yeah, again, a lot of people were just saying he's just saying that to get votes. But I mean, he's followed through, right? Executive orders, pro-crypto. I mean, what else do you want from him? Yeah, I'm a little disappointed. I was expecting a little better market reaction, I think. That's big news. Sell the news. I mean, there's always a lot of manipulation in the markets. There definitely is. But yeah, Bitcoin back to 102 zone. Again, higher than it was this morning still. But yeah, a little disappointed. It's only been 3 days. He's just getting going. I know. If the other side had won, crypto would not be where it is today. That is for sure. Litecoin? Well, you can't say without the ETF because it's a thing. So, I mean, that was the big pump, right? With the ETF up to $140. And it's just kind of tailed off 114 now, but on the 4-hour chart, I mean, maybe we're going to see this kind of scoop bottom on all the charts, right? Bitcoin's is just a little higher. That seems to be what we're seeing. And even on Doge, same thing. Litecoin at $140 was pretty strong. Looks like it was overbought. But we have a long ways to go still. Again, if we zoom out on the weekly and we look all the way back, we see that in 2021, Litecoin was at 300 and then even earlier up to 400, which was its all-time high. So down here at 115, it looks like it's got a long ways to run just to get to that last at 300, which I had marked with this blue line as a price target. I don't know if we're going to get there this cycle. Certainly having an ETF approved and have all that buying of Litecoin would certainly help it. But again, that's probably 2.5 months away before we get to that. So we'll see whether Bitcoin can stay above 103 now. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the stream there, Daydream. Seem to be okay on this side. Yep, Japan interest rate. We'll wake up to it in the morning. Hopefully, it's not a raise in interest rates. Otherwise, the markets are going to dump. John, if there are YouTubers talking about the bull market being over, they don't understand. It doesn't always peak in November, December of the year of the Bitcoin halving. It's always the year after. They're a year away. Bitcoin's all-time high previous to this bull cycle was 69K, and that was in November of 2021. So you do a 4-year cycle, that means it would be November 2025, which we're in now, not last November. So if any YouTubers, and I wouldn't say the major ones, John, because it's not the major ones. All the major ones that I watch are all still bullish for 2025. Should Trump's sons let him know that he needs to specifically say BTC reserve? No, that's not going to happen. Yeah, the reporters don't care about crypto. No. Doesn't care. Of course, Michael Saylor is saying it's only just begun. Yep. I hope we're pleasantly surprised, Raiden, in the morning. Certainly, good news from Bank of Japan will help, because I think there's still uncertainty about that, as well as next week's FOMC. So we'll see. Ethereum Classic has been strong. That's because if ETH was kind of doing okay, but again, also drifting back, and ETH Classic had a good run this morning, and then is holding up well from that run. So good for ETH Classic. Still on track to pop in February. I would take that. February 1. Let's see. Big green candles. Could this be a triple bottom? A triple bottom. I've been tagging higher lows on Dogecoin. And Bitcoin also is higher lows here. Since January 13th, it's just been higher lows. So I don't see a triple bottom anywhere. I see red candles right now, though. Hey, right now, Doge to 73 cents. If this is the kind of response that it's going to have, again, Doge needs to have its own catalyst, just about Dogecoin, though. When it follows Bitcoin, it tends not to do better than Bitcoin. But when the markets go down, it drops lower than Bitcoin. So that's tough. Is the crypto market topped or tapped out? That's a good question, Johnny. That's a good question. Are there a lot of people still waiting on the sidelines, or people who don't even know about crypto that have a lot of money sitting there that will invest as soon as crypto starts pumping? Well, it's not 2021, that's for sure, when we had all those stimulus checks, right? So there is something to that. There is something to that. Biden made sure we had no money to invest. Well, the inflation wasn't all entirely Biden's fault, but he didn't help things by spending all this money on these other initiatives that weren't really helping things. I do my streaming through StreamYard, Maximus. I know that liquidity is down there, but that doesn't mean it has to go get it. Tattoo. You're tired? Not me. I'm just grinding away every day. I'm not tired. Liberal Dogecoin holders are going to sell off. If the bull run was over, Bitcoin would be sub 100K, and Doge would be, down in the 20s or even teens again. This is actually still, I mean, we just zoomed out on the chart, and I'm still saying it's still higher lows. It's still higher. I mean, I'm still trying to figure out what the shape is. on this retrace here. And I haven't come to any real conclusion yet, but it's still higher lows. So it hasn't broken that trend yet. And I've got this other chart here on Doge that, is still an upward trend from October. And we haven't broken that yet. So, I mean, that's bull market, still very bullish. That's still very bullish. So until we break this line, I'm still really positive. So, but yeah, a little disappointing, you can tell, that this big sell-off here. I mean, that was a big announcement. So yeah, bit disappointing. I know. Yumfo, you're right. Don't be mad at him. He signed an executive order about crypto. I mean, that's a huge thing coming from the President of the United States. Yep, and the Trump token's coming down too. So it's all kind of weak right now. Yeah, I think it's the market here it's doing something else. He didn't say he would announce a strategic Bitcoin reserve today, so that still may come. The financial agencies, including the federal, will do anything to not give Trump a win. They will work against him. Not so much. I don't agree with that. Brian, if he had said that specifically, like I said earlier, right before he started speaking, we need to hear the words come out of his mouth, and that didn't happen. Fidelity, a top 10 crypto ETF. The problem with that is the top 10 changes, right? Tron will drop down and SWI will come up and yeah, can we get some more likes on the stream? That would cheer me up. I like that. I like that. There was one judge in Seattle. So it puts it on a pause. It just means it's going to get locked up in the courts. Which is okay. They can talk about it. Again, it's the birthright thing. It's about the illegals coming in and then having a baby here. That's the main thing. It's like, it's not for the ones who are on valid visas and legally here. It's the illegals. If the illegals come here into the country illegally and have a child, why should that child be a US citizen? I say that's not right. That's not right. Yeah, low roller. There's some graphs I've been showing of the comparison with 2017, and so far it's pretty close to 2017. And as I said on the stream yesterday, I actually think this cycle is going to work out to be some kind of combination between 2017 and 2021, because I still think there'll be a big dip in the summer. And 2017 really didn't have that. It had a couple pullbacks, but the general trend was still up. And we can actually look at that here. Bitcoin 2017, 2025 chart. See what we get. There were some good overlays I saw that compared the two. I'm not seeing them quickly. I think I'm going to have to go back and just go to at Crypto Rover, because Crypto Rover had it. That was one of them that I saw. Now it's all about the most recent stuff, but he did have an overlay with 2017. Well, the guy posts a lot. He's making some good money. That one? Yep, that's it right there. So this is 2017 on the right. And so there was this pullback that happened in June, but then it recovered and went higher through the end of the summer. And here we are now. So bigger picture, if we're anything like 2017, upward. Upward we go. Shorted iron, be careful. Be careful. You get up at 3 in the morning for your dogs. Are wild things happening with crypto at 3 in the morning? Yeah, we looked at the EO, Julian, just before Trump started speaking. It was out, and it looks really good. Will he do a separate announcement? Or is that something that is just going to have to be on Senator Loomis and Congress to do? Yeah, why don't we raise taxes on leverage trading? I like that idea. Crypto retail is broke. Some say these are buying opportunities, buy on the dip. We just hit a new all-time high on the NASDAQ today. So the stocks are still going up. Jason thinks there is money, people on the sidelines. Retail still window shopping. We will see. Pepe went back to 1455. I didn't sell my Dogecoin. I took one little slice at 42 cents. And I'm not liberal. I thought I was a moderate, pretty much sitting right in the middle. And then the Democrats went further left. Mm-mm-mm. 6 more days till your birthday, Harry. You want some God candles? Buy the rumor, sell the news, right? If whales are selling and manipulating, that's when we get the huge pump when we don't expect it. We need Elon to walk past the Oval Office with his dog. Kid here wants to retire. Yeah, waiting for you to buy that shirt, Bubble. Yeah, I'll start just a little disappointed on the market reaction. I thought that was great news, and I thought we'd at least go up some, and everything's kind of in the red. That surprised me. Yeah, I'm up on all my Dogecoin. So I'm still way in the positive. Just sitting here today, we were like expecting this kind of big news. Sell the news is what it's looking like. Yeah. So, yeah, Yumfo, that's why I'm thinking manipulation. We looked at the heat maps. But there wasn't a lot of new leverage that was just created there. So, and there's still these huge shorts up here. Big shorts, hundreds of millions of dollars up here. It's like they should go for those. Let's get those shorts. You want a Trump Sharpie? That'd be cool. When it's supposed to dump, it goes up. People lose money trying to short. And when it should pump, people place leverage longs, they dump it. Yeah, that there just weren't a lot of long leverage prices that just got liquidated because it just hasn't been enough time yet. This is still pretty short timing, but I mean, if they get it down below 101.2, now we're talking some serious leverage down there, but that's not looking like it. Yeah, and I've got Ethereum Classic holding up today. That's about my only one. And a little VeChain. VeChain is up still. Looks like ETH is trying to poke back in the green here. Could we have the emergence of Ethereum happening? Ethereum? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think there's still some fear in the markets about Japan and what they're going to do. It would not be smart for Trump to pump Bitcoin if the US plans to start buying it. Interesting, Mike. Interesting. That's an interesting theory there. But yet all of crypto Twitter was expecting the price to pump just by him signing that executive order. Wow. You think Sui did 20 or 25? Wow. It has to reclaim 5 first, and then to do a 4x then from there. That's pretty bold. They just anticipated this, did the opposite to flush everybody out. Smart money is dumping to buy back lower. Yeah, USDC had actually been printing quite a bit. So their market cap has actually gone up. Coin market cap. Get rid of that. Yep. Doge dropped to number 8, 1 billion behind. But if you look at USDC, and then you look at their market cap, look at this. They've been adding. Look at what happened here on 2 days ago. They went from 48 billion up to 50 billion. Boy, you should have been investing in the USDC market cap, huh? It does nothing but go up. Can you invest in that? Can you invest in that? It only goes up. A stable coin, and it just goes up. Nothing but up. I don't know what Vinecoin is. Nope. Even if Trump says Bitcoin reserve, the dominance will shoot up. Doge will pump a bit, but then with dominance being high, it'll just push Doge. No, Bitcoin dominance doesn't make things happen. Bitcoin dominance is a result of other things happening. It's just a coincidence. Bitcoin dominance does not drive the market. The trading of Bitcoin does. You're welcome, Mars. Peak is not holding up well, Rowan. So, yeah, a little weakness, down to 35 cents. That's where it was back here on Tuesday. So, made good progress up to 40 and then all the way back down to 35. Some might say, looks like a reverse head and shoulder here, right? A little bit of that. But then it's just going sideways out of that. Come on, Doge, let's turn this thing around. The market is hiding the reactions. I thought it was supposed to be specifically that, Johnny, that it's just the illegals. Or maybe I read it wrong. All right, Pasta. I don't know why you're unsubscribing. Just keeping it real. But okay, you do you. Right, we'll do it without him. Kind of odd. Like I have control over the market, right? I can make things go down. Like I did that on purpose. And so he unsubscribes. Bizarre. Yes, ICE in Boston. Boston media. Of course, you know what their reactions are, being liberal. But Maura Healey's going along with it. She's not going to fight Trump. But the media is like, oh, how can they do that? Get him out of here. Get him out of here. Ryan's back. Hey, Ryan, welcome back. Long time no see. The most hopeful Dogecoin group out there, always finding ways to justify disappointing price action, instilling hope. Penny stocks. Okay, Mr. JT, you go chase your frickin' penny stocks. You don't get it, dude. You don't get it. 35 is still nice. Yeah, he's hopeless, Daydream. You can't solve that. You can't solve that. He's looking at a short time frame when all crypto is weak. Whatever. Thanks, Shemi. I'll take a look. Ascending parallel channel since 2017. Well, yeah, that's what Ali has been showing. Same thing. You just look at Ali's and you've got exactly the same thing that he's been showing. I mean, I'll take a look at it, but there's Ali right there. And here comes it right there. So same thing. I'm guessing yours is very similar to this. Ascending channel. have to take into consideration that maybe myself and other YouTubers, as well as Instagram and TikTok influencers, have more power than you think. I think there are some that act like that. I try not to, and I try and keep it real, and I try and encourage people to make decisions on their own, not just because of what I'm doing or I'm saying, but I do get that people do listen and react. Yep, I get that. They make the market respond against what we're expecting. They can do that. Yeah. Doge will pump in March. I don't know why January 2026. That's the start of the bear market following the 4-year cycle slow roller. So in 2017, Dogecoin peaked on January 1st, 2017. That's when it turned over. Peak is early, long, as I've always been saying, it's a long-term hold, brand new project. The stockpile fart coin. Oh. Is Doge about to break support? Not yet. Again, I've got that on this chart still. And Doge is still above. So if we're able to bounce off this and go up, that will be bullish in my mind. This was just a higher low white thing right here. That doesn't really mean anything. You're in Morocco and your car broke down. Well, good luck, Raiden. Good luck. It's not dropping hard. It was just like a little pump and dump here. You're down on your Pepe. There are people who are down, bought up higher on the pumps. Hedera is going to be great going forward. It's one of the big 4 U.S. companies. I know there's more, but there's really the big 4, along with Cardano, Algorand, and XRP. It's gone on a great run. It's cooled off, but I do believe it will run again. The Hegseth vote is in, 51-49. Wait, tomorrow night's the official vote, but there's already votes. That's what people are guessing. Big pump coming tomorrow, you think, Craig? If today was a total fake out, maybe. Kia, you bought Doge because of Elon. He likes it. There's a lot of people who are in here in the Doge community because of Elon. Yeah, maybe. Well, Trump is going to go for the next 3 days. He's going to North Carolina, Los Angeles, and Las Vegas. So he will not be sitting in his office giving speeches. So maybe we can pump then. It would be a stretch to say the exchanges are anti-Trump and doing it on purpose. It would be for the leverage. That makes sense. But there really wasn't a lot of leverage compared to what they've taken out before. Crypto almost doesn't know what to do. Yeah, very odd. Very odd. Maybe the recovery begins now. So that's just temporary, just price suppression. VTHOR already pumped. Now it's falling back, low roller. It's down 10% today. We covered this the other day when it pumped, and I took my profits. It actually pumped higher after I took my profits, but it has just been bleeding down now, which is what VTHOR does. I'm surprised it actually went back up after that first pump. Might be a blessing in disguise. We will see. For those looking to buy on dips, 34.2. Haters trying to cause a Trump dump. Yeah, but look at his own token, right? It went lower than where it was this morning. Yeah, you would think, because he's got his own Trump token, he would want to pump crypto and make billions of dollars more, right? You know, that's a good question, Jason. The people who were watching the wallets did not see any huge selling, but there were some wallet transfers going on. So I don't know. Yeah, AV, that was suggested earlier. The government's going to buy Bitcoin, but they're going to do it. They would rather have low prices to do it. I don't know. If you stake USDC, you get 8%. I know holding it on Coinbase, you get like 4.25%, but I have not heard 8. I'm disappointed. I admit it. I was expecting a more positive response from that news today. It's like, yeah, I'm a little disappointed. I have made one DB. I've made one. I'm waiting for the right time to unleash it. It's a fun one. Yeah, staying positive, a bit disappointed. Yep, Monica, we'll get there. Raiden, thanks for the super chat. Green or red, up or down? Yep. But it would have been nice. Yes, Ryan. New dance video coming to a live stream near you. When it's time. When it's time. And Callie's also working on an extended MP3 of the All Eyes on Doge song. So we got two things. We got two things coming. We got the All Eyes on Doge extended version and a new dance video coming. After I finished making it, when I first rewatched it, I just couldn't help but smile. I was like, oh, these guys are going to love this. They're going to love it. Just like Trump says, you're going to love it. Yeah, people can sell and leave. That's fine. That is fine. Yeah, you know, I was just being me, Ryan. That's all. And you're making pasta tonight? We're having raviolis tomorrow night. Not tonight. That's tomorrow night. See ya. I think this executive order will have real world effect that will build over time. This is a big thing. Together with what Senator Loomis is doing in Congress, it's a good thing. Well, thank you, Boss Destroyer. Appreciate it. All crypto going down. We might have hit the bottom for today on all crypto, and we're starting to curl back up. We'll see. Yeah, low roller, you don't have to go there with Trump's family, really. That's what I said. I used to do penny stocks, and good luck with them. Sweet at 25, or I'm unsubbing. Yes. What is it, like 450, 430? Where is SWE right now on the dip? 418. Wow. SWE dropped even more. Well, I think $25 is a little out of the question tonight. Maybe out of the question for this year too. That's a big drop. Look at ETH climbing back up. Maybe we should be an ETH channel. What do you think, guys? Should we be an Ethereum channel? And let's just talk ETH all day and praise the mighty Vitalik. You just realized you weren't subscribed. Hey, anybody else here like that? Just check below and see if that subscribe button is white. And if it isn't, you should hit it. Just to be sure. Don't double hit it though, because then it automatically unsubs you again. You don't want to do that. Heat map again? I think the heat map is just kind of slow. I don't think CoinGlass is really keeping up. Let's see. Yeah, there's just not much going on. They took out some longs, not huge amounts. I guess there's a big one there, about $72 million, 1022. But there's just not a lot. They've been flushing out so much leverage. So in this zone, I mean, like I said, they got to get all the way down to 101 to really start making a difference in leverage, to 101 and below. But yet there's all these huge shorts up here. Again, it was this dip that we had on Inauguration Day that wiped out hundreds of millions of dollars of leverage, that dip. So this really isn't doing much. Oh, so much for ETH. Red candle. I guess we're not an ETH channel. If that kept going green, I was ready, but nope. Not doing it. I have until the end of the week to pump Doge. You're going to do a little swing trade, Atlas? You're selling on a red candle, though. The thing to do is when you have green candles going up, then you sell, and then you buy back in at a lower price. Now you're selling with weakness in the market and red candles, thinking that it's going to go even lower. Probably not a lot. Your skim maybe just a little bit. Taxable event and all that. I don't know, but good luck. We have a magic 8-ball question in the house. Will Dogecoin recover back to 40 cents by Monday. By Monday, we have an 8-ball question. We have an 8-ball question, guys. Will Dogecoin recover back to 40 cents? That is a good question, worthy of asking the 8-ball. See what the 8-ball says. And it says, outlook good. Outlook good in the magic 8-ball. You guys can't really see that clearly, but outlook good for the magic 8-ball. There you go, Daydream. Outlook good. I know, isn't that funny, DB? Not financial advice. Correct. Crypto bear market started January 1st. In Dogecoin's case, I think it was January 2nd. Trying to keep it real here. Yes, Charles. Welcome. It's an untapped market. Trump making crypto big in America. We will see. 33 cents would be a weakness. Weakness. Yeah, and that's what I've been saying, low roller, 2026. Next bear market. I'm not buying. Can you short crypto? Yes. On Robinhood? No. Not that I know. They did start some futures thing. I didn't sign up for it. And I don't know if that included shorting. But yes, crypto is shorted all the time. We can look on this liquidation heat map. See all these yellow and green lines up here? Those are all open shorts. From exchanges like so these are like all the major exchanges where you can short. Binance, Bybit, OKX, BitMEX, Bitfinex, Gate.io, HTX, CoinX, shorts. So that's what we see. Who's hungry? That's what you do, right? You get depressed or annoyed or disappointed, and then you just eat your way out of it, right? You just eat. ADA is going to do great. It just has to reclaim $1, get back up to like $1.30 and just take off. I think this spring is going to look good. You might liquidate your Counter-Strike skin inventory for more Doge. Yeah. Hey, we got a new member, Fab Nuts. Interesting name, but welcome to the KrissPax family. No more pasta in this chat. Simply scary. I know that nothing is happening yet, but with the new executive order signed, I think it's safe to say that as soon as the government drops money into crypto, going to the moon. Fetterman voted no. Interesting. He fell back in line. Somebody got to him. Interesting. Did any Dems vote yes? If you can look that up for me, Bruce, because I can't look at it now. 8 days after inauguration is the pump day. So that'll be next Tuesday. Next Tuesday, pump day, according to Michael. I'll take that. Today's a fake out. Bought more Doge, Pepe on the dips. Too many bullish upwards momentum to say we don't have a pump to 40 cents inbound, which the Magic 8 Ball thinks that there's a great outlook for that by Monday. Retail doesn't watch these things live. They still have to hear about it. And then they FOMO in. Yeah, the way VThor pumped there the other day, it was like, yeah, you got to sell it. I didn't hit it at the top, but close enough. Close enough. You quit drinking, and now you need a drink. Better stay away if you had to quit. Yeah, I unstaked my VeChain low roller because I'm planning on selling it in the next few weeks. So I sold my VThor tokens first because of the big pump on VThor. VeChain still looking good, but I want more than 5%, 5 cents on VeChain. Probably, yeah, I don't know. I want more. So we'll wait the next couple weeks out and see what happens. I don't follow Pengu, guys. Yeah, we're trying to figure that out, Masood. What happened for this dip? It looks like just some combination of some disappointment. I don't know why someone would be selling if they heard the news that an executive order was signed by the US president for crypto-friendly legislation. I mean, but then this could be some manipulation too. Callie is a boss. Certainly is. There is way too much money going into all these new tokens, Michael. That is for sure. And that does affect Dogecoin directly, being a meme coin like it is. Yep. And people are losing a lot of money chasing those tokens. No, Kriss does not moonwalk to go up. No. You have 20,000 ready to invest. All right, Sammy. But you want more than a 1x because that means you sell it for what you bought it for. So if you say 2x, that means you would be buying at like 30 cents and selling at 60 cents. That would be a 2x. Okay? Hoping for that 1x. Well, buy yourself some Tether. Guaranteed a 1x on that Tether. If BOJ raises rates, the trend line will break. Yes, and I'm willing to take that chance. XRP, sure. XRP had a nice dip. Didn't get below $3 though. It only hit 303. So I'd say that $3 line is still support for XRP. Yeah, I don't get it either, Marina, why people sell with good news. Maybe there's still fear about tomorrow, just hanging over with this Japan thing. Yeah, that Dogecoin to the Moon song was 2020. 2020. And it sounds a little like, I have the clip here. Ready for the clip?
We're gonna take Dogecoin to the moon.
There she is. Yeah, that was that July 2020 TikTok craze that happened. You like pizza while watching. Yeah. How about that Fartcoin channel, right? Fartcoin's been selling off. Ethereum Classic is up today. I wouldn't say pumping. It did a little pump this morning, low roller, but it stayed up. So that's good. Need $1 billion in Doge to flip it back because they minted more USDC. You think they're getting rid of lower positions first, knowing it will only go up. All hail the magic 8 ball. A buy signal, yes. 80% chance. Is Dogecoin recovering right now? I'm seeing 3 green candles on the 15-minute chart. So it's small. It's small. What's Bitcoin got? Same thing. 3 green candles on the 15-minute chart. Soon we see crypto channels offering therapy sessions. Yeah, that's the bear market. 2026, this will become a therapy channel, okay? We'll do that in 2026. Therapy for all. And people will still ask, when's a good time to buy? And I'll be like, I can't help you. I can't help you. I don't want the shorts or the longs. I don't want the longs to pump the price because you know what happens? The longs are targets. And when those big, huge, long leverage positions are there, like we see, those are targets for the snipers to go down and grab those. So it brings the price down. I don't like that. Kriss doesn't like shorters or longers. My name is Takoa and I'm a cryptoholic. Welcome to therapy session. Yes, crypto executive order was signed. Did it. You have to scroll back about an hour ago in the stream and you'll see it live. Well, an hour ago. Yeah, we talked about VeThor the other day when it pumped. VeChain had actually pumped some, but VeThor went crazy. I think VeThor has always had crazy swing trading going on, the way it has moved over the years. I only know because I follow it because I owned it. But yeah, there was some crazy whales buying and selling that. Buy high, man. Buy high. That's what Snoop Dogg does. He buys high. You still have your bag of VeThor? I sold mine out. Yes. We saw the crypto executive order. We read it. It's very positive for crypto. And the market dumped. Hello, class. Northern. Pedro, how are you? Scalping. Well, the scalping is my version of selling little bits of a time as opposed to selling a whole bag at once. In that way, if the price is still going up, because I sell on green candles, then I still have more to sell if it keeps going up. Yep. Nothing on Doge 1, nothing on Moon Launch, nothing on whatever that Astrobotic, new moon bags that they're selling where you can put like commemoratives in there to go to the moon. It's all out there ways. Craig, that is not me. That is AI. My face put on an AI body. I got no tattoos. I got no tattoos. But it looks cool, doesn't it? It looks cool. You'll see me in my next AI dance video coming soon. Still not me. But it looks more like me. It looks more like me. Tonight at 1:38. Thank you, Yili. Appreciate it. You have 100 therapy tokens. The Doge fart with hat token. Great idea. Start it. I haven't seen the video on my X post yet. Somebody made a Kriss dance video. Awesome. Should I look at it? Oh, I lost my other, closed it instead of moving it over. I got to check first. I can't open live because you never know what you're going to get. You never know. Yeah, there's your ascending channel, Alvin. I see that. Yeah, very similar to Ali's. Scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. Scrolling, scrolling. Not seeing a Kriss video. I'll look for it later. I don't see it. Don't see it. And I lost my chart again. Every time I do that. Stupid. StreamYard. Oh, you got to put the Inu in it, right, Ryan? When will Doge pump? Maybe it's starting right now. Here we go. Let's all will it. Let's all will it to go up. Yeah, I don't know what this 138 thing is, Kurt. I must have missed an earlier chat that said something at 138. Oh, my AI tattoos look cool. Awesome. That's what Kriss said at the beginning. Me? 138? I don't know. Thank you, Raiden. Book of Mean. I don't know about Book of Meme, man. Looks very, very weak. Very, very weak. I think the big portfolios are set to automatically buy and sell particular times to maximize their coin count. Interesting. Interesting. Well, we do have some upward action here. ETH is still trending up, and Bitcoin as well. ETH Classic already pumped this morning, so it's a little weaker. We have Link trying to get back into the green. Most things are still red. But that looks like a nice bounce right there. Pepe, David? Pepe. Still in the 14s, which was below my buy line, which was 15. So if I had money to invest back in, that's what this was right, my perfect buy target. But I'm in the middle of cashing out over the next few weeks. Most of my crypto. So I just want everything to pump now. Can we do that for Kriss? It does look like Bitcoin is bottomed out. Sending the 5 minute you can't really count on, Jason, but yeah, if we can get back to 106 on Bitcoin, that would be awesome. And then we can start taking out that leverage up there. No, Christian, my plan is to sell everything else except my Doge. And the higher everything else is, the less Doge I would have to sell in order to buy my house. So I want everything, all the alts to pump over the next few weeks so that I don't have to sell my Doge. But Dogecoin is 33% of my overall portfolio. So the chances that the remaining 66% is enough to buy the house are pretty slim, unless we get huge God candles on alts, particularly the alts that I hold. Algorand, Cardano, Sheeb. I need big God candles. Waiting. Yeah, the ETF isn't going to be till April, Bodine. So that's a ways off. It's 90 days on that ETF timeline with the SEC. So we have a ways to wait. Yeah, everybody should buy more so I can sell. That's awesome, Emperor. Yes. So the whole thing happened this last summer about the Bank of Japan, because there are a lot of banks, lending institutions that rotate their holdings through the Bank of Japan because traditionally they have had 0% interest rates. I forget what it's called. It's not a leverage trade. There's another term for it. I don't remember what it was, but last summer when Bank of Japan raised rates, the whole market tanked big time. Huge drops. The carry trade. Thank you, Bodine. Exactly. The carry trade. And they've been doing that for years because Bank of Japan has traditionally had 0%. And it just out of the blue, Bank of Japan raised their rates. And so everybody, all the banks, everyone who was using the carry trade had all expected a certain percentage of return by rotating funds through the Bank of Japan. And that just freaked out the market. So we don't want that to happen tomorrow. And hopefully there's enough, let's say, worldwide economic pressure going on against Japan to get the Bank of Japan to not raise rates again. because it's a worldwide economy, and what the Bank of Japan does affects everything around the world. But I like the idea of everyone buying more so I can cash out. And that will save my Dogecoin, because that's the last thing I'm going to sell. Because then I'll know how much Dogecoin I need to have my payoff. Bank of Japan may hurt the market. Tomorrow's another day. Can Doge be used as collateral? I suppose there are some institutions that are willing to do that, but 3 a.m. GMT. So that would be like 10 o'clock tonight, East Coast time, US. It will happen. Bitcoin's going to 89K. Some people have figured out a rough idea of how much the house costs based on what I've said before, but I'm not going to say it again. Everybody sends super chats so Kriss can keep his Doge. Yeah, I need like $100,000 in super chats. Yeah. Can Bitcoin dominance fall? Yes, it can. If everybody's pumping the alts, especially ETH, and ETH outperforms Bitcoin, like big numbers, then you'll see Bitcoin dominance fall. ETH and XRP are both really big now, and Solana. You get all three of those pumping and Bitcoin's like going sideways, you'll see Bitcoin dominance drop. What about Jasmine, Nikos? Jasmine needs to get back over 3 cents. It's at 2.6 now. This morning it got up to about 2.78, but we need to reestablish 3 cents as support, so then Jasmine can fly higher. Have you done any looking at how much houses cost in the Boston area? 700K doesn't get you much. Come on, ETH. Let's go. ETH is actually looking pretty strong here. But we're not going to become an ETH channel. Going to the moon. Some would call this accumulation, all right, going sideways. Accumulation zone. Is Solana the best coin? No. Solana is all about the memes now. That's the only thing that's causing Solana to go up in price. It was all the pump.fun stuff, and it spiked on Friday night with the Trump token, and because the only way people could buy it when it launched was through Jupiter and Radium, and you had to have Sol to do it. It artificially inflated the Solana price. And since then, it's just been tanking back down. So and that's where I sold my Solana. That was a good sale, 285. Sold the rest of my Solana that I had. Again, I'm in profit-taking mode, and I'm selling up on the green candles. I'm being patient, looking for better prices. The Vine coin is going down. Bodine thinks no raise of interest because when they raise the rates, it further reduces consumption. Not going to talk about XCN. I covered that extensively during the last live stream with a whole bunch of shillers in the chat. Yes, Hype, you're a big XRP fan. I do have some XRP myself. I don't know if you caught that a couple streams ago. I took a little bit of my profits that I had and bought some XRP because it had dipped below $3. Just to make maybe a few thousand extra dollars to save me from selling at least that much Doge. Short term, in and out, 3 weeks. XRP. Just waiting for that big pump. Thank you, Akash. Yumfo just got off the phone with Elon. Mainly music and things. Yep. I'm in Beantown. Hello, neighbor. Want to look at the Doge chart? Sure. 35-cent Dogecoin. Trying to reclaim 35 on this recovery here. We'll take it. Come on. Crazy Bear. So it's 90 days for the SEC to review and approve. That's the longest it can go. They could always approve it sooner. And somebody on X is saying the Dogecoin ETF will be approved on Monday. I don't believe that. I think it'll be April. But if it's sooner, awesome. Happy for everybody. But yeah, 90 days. My dad sold his XRP at 80 cents. He complains about it every time I talk to him. Yeah. XRP all-time high or beyond? It could go beyond from this point. Good things happening with XRP. Kriss isn't exactly happy with that, although I do own a little bag now, but because they're in bed with the banks, and it's just like that's not what crypto is supposed to be about. But I get it. They're a for-profit business. They see an opportunity to make money. So good for them. But I still think it's a very centralized token, the XRP token is, and there's no transparency in when they mint new coins or tokens or whatever. Raiden, save Kriss from selling Doge. Thanks for the super chat, man. Oh my God. Yeah, Beantown. Boston beans. So good. Yeah, David Sachs says no decision yet on digital asset reserve. Yeah, it didn't say it anywhere. In fact, I think, and what I saw was that was in Cynthia Loomis's statement, in that I think it's a congressional thing. I think Congress has to do it because they own the purse strings. So Sachs is right. He didn't explain it quite like that, but that's the way I interpret it. 1,000% gain like 2021? Yeah, Shemi, I'll take that. I would take that. But that was starting at under a penny when it went up to 8 cents. And so it was much more volatile because it didn't have the kind of market cap it has now. It's a huge market cap coin now. So yeah, I don't see that happening. Toshiba and Pepe back in the green. See what the crypto bubbles tell us, right? Crypto bubbles. Kind of a mix. Wow, look at Fartcoin. Down 17% on the Fartcoin. It says Doge is down 2.3. So Doge is still down a little bit. Trump down 8. AI 16 down 13. Bonk down 7. Yeah. The meme tokens getting hit a little bit more. But hey, we're seeing some recovery. ETH has been so disappointing. I agree. You can't hide whale transactions. I mean, it's all on the blockchain. So what happened to your check mark, Ryan? Oh, no, there it is. Oh, it's like, hey, Ryan, got your check mark. Silver next month. I think so. The best trading platform I use is Coinbase. And I know there's fees on it, but for trading, it's the best because it has the best exchange liquidity and probably the tightest spread between the buy and ask prices. So yeah, most of my selling is going to be Coinbase. Yeah, ETH is looking strong. It actually almost hit a daily high. Are we dead yet? No. You want more Trump? Be careful what you ask for. Every time he shows up, the market dumps. You canceled your stop loss? Yeah, I don't trade with stop losses because I still believe crypto's going higher. And if you trade on a stop loss and the market dips and it sells and then it goes back up, you sold your tokens then. Why would you do that? Now, in 2026, I will not be answering that question that way because we'll be in what I think is going to be a bear market where trading with stop losses is the right thing to do. But now, early 2025, still bull market, I do not trade with stop losses. No, I have no stop losses. I weather the dips and the price goes back up. And we're still in that mode. God candles. Let's go. Ever since you tuned in, it's climbing back up. We'll take it. We will take it. No, you don't want to hold something for 2 years from here. This is 2025. So if you're buying something here, it's either a short term for selling later this year, or it's a long term, at least a 4-year hold. Because according to the 4-year cycles, in 2 years, we're going to be at the bottom of the bear market, whatever it is. And you don't want to do that. And of course, my answer is Doge. What's up, Bull Run? How are you? You missed all the excitement earlier. With XRP at $3 now, when it becomes $50, will you be upset? I bought it $3, just under. It's at $297. And when I sell it at like $350 or whatever I sell it at, I won't be upset, even if XRP goes to 50, because I'll be sitting in my nice new house, all paid for in cash without a mortgage. I've done very well the past 2 years to be able to do that. And I'll be happy for you and everybody else who made a lot of money on XRP, but maybe I buy it back in 2026 on a dip. We don't know what's going to happen. So my greed didn't let me collect 8,000 off profit. And you don't know. Everything could turn around and go higher than it was 2 nights ago. So, I mean, look at ETH pumping up now over 3,300. That looks pretty bullish. That's why we're on the ETH channel, guys. Well, I mean, the ETH chart, because ETH right now is kind of leading this recovery. That's pretty strong. Bitcoin now over 104. It's coming up, but this ETH move is pretty big right now. Oh, it was on Fartcoin? Well, I don't know what to say about trading Fartcoin. What is an ETF? An ETF is an exchange traded fund. The actual product is actually an ETP, or exchange traded profit. And basically what it does is the institution that's offering ETFs are able to trade them on a stock exchange. So, or it's like a stock exchange, basically. And then they have to hold the underlying asset. So for those Bitcoin ETFs that are already trading, like the BlackRock one called IBIT, that is on stock exchanges, and you can trade that. You can buy it. You're not buying the actual Bitcoin though, but BlackRock has to, and BlackRock has to have the underlying asset of that Bitcoin for everybody that holds the ETF. And so that's why we think it's good for at least crypto investing, because it gets more people buying into so-called crypto, but not going on a crypto exchange and buying the actual digital coin. I mean, it certainly seemed to have helped Bitcoin's price. So that's what it is. The reverse suplex. Whatever that is. Coinbase is good. I mean, they have fees, but I mean, there's going to be fees anywhere of some sort. Robinhood doesn't have fees, but they have a huge spread between bid and ask. It's kind of like having a fee. Yes, Crazy Bear. Dogecoin is my favorite coin. Actually, Dogecoin has outperformed Bitcoin over the last 12 years by a lot. And not too many people know that. But Dogecoin outperforms Bitcoin in very short periods of time throughout long stretches, because Dogecoin pumps. And when Dogecoin pumps, that's where you want to be. Too much manipulation for Bitcoin to lose its dominance? Yeah, but if you get like all of a sudden ETH like taking off big time, you'll see Bitcoin dominance dropping. So yeah, today ended up being a big nothing burger. CryptoPunk, I agree. Kind of a big nothing burger. Good afternoon, Oz. How are you? I know. We had that big post-election pump. We didn't get a post-inauguration pump. We didn't get a pump on a crypto executive order. It's like, come on, man. Come on, Doge, wake up. Exactly. Radio, you're trying to hold? Killing your spirit? Well, some big green candles will help, right? Let's get back up there. Your Coinbase got locked. I don't know why Coinbase does that. I hear these stories. I've never had any problems with it. So I don't know. You bought the Melania token at $11. Ooh, fan bus. Oof. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Good luck. Hope it comes back for you. But thanks for the super chat. But yeah, that's a tough one. That's the thing with meme tokens. Like I say all the time, you never know which ones are going to hit it big, especially when they first start, which Melania was $11 on its first day. It's like, that's not the time to be buying meme tokens. You never know which ones are going to make it. And it's a small percentage of them. Like, who was buying Fartcoin on day one? Probably the devs, right? Friends of the devs. But most retail wasn't buying it. And Fartcoin might have dipped before it went on its big run. I don't know. I don't really follow Fartcoin. Yeah, other streamers. I know Matt Wallace was botting. We all figured that out back in 2021. He was botting big time. It was really obvious. He got caught. Of course, never admitted it, but got all flustered when he was put on the spot. And now he just doesn't even do it anymore. He's doing all this conspiracy theory crap on X, and he's making his money there. It's like, whatever. Whatever. Many, many reasons to have conviction in Doge. Yes, Ralph. Fartcoin outperformed Bitcoin the last month. Yep, but not the last day. Will X Money adopt Dogecoin? Well, Heechall, that's what I said in my 2025 Dogecoin price prediction video, and I said it would be in the fall. So I'm optimistic for the fall because I think it's going to take that long for X to get its act together. So we'll see. Oh, lucky, of course, ETH is going up because you bought $5 of ETH. Thank you, Sasbotas. Sasbotas Vaqueras. Welcome. Thanks for the support. We're getting ready for some pretty good rolling up and down spikes. That is volatility, definitely. Look at ETH. Thanks for the $5, Lucky. That's making all the difference. You don't like how Coinbase lists the top gainers on the way down? Yeah, I don't really look at it like that. I always I order them by volume, and I see where the volume of trading is, whether it's up or down, and you can just see right next to it. It tells you on your list the percentage up and down for the day for each coin or token, right when you're in advanced trading. So I look at the volume. Where's the volume? Yep. Matt was quite a guy, wasn't he, Shemi? Wasn't he? How can it make sense? Well, there you go. Fartcoin. How does it make sense? No, I'm used to it. I'm used to looking at the charts. I don't get stressed out. I did back in 2021, definitely, but now I've been doing it for so long, have a lot more patience. But like watching this ETH move right now. That means Bitcoin dominance is going down a little bit. I would expect it a little more. Yeah, well, Bitcoin's going up too. But yeah, that's a nice strong ETH move right now. Oh, you're here in Massachusetts as well, Takoa? Yep. Yeah, that's what I call it too sometimes. Doge is not scalable enough? It's never been stress tested. We don't know. But Elon likes it. That's all I need to know. You grabbed an ETH at 31.90, and now we're up at 3,300. So you've already gained a couple $100. I hold Doge. I'm waiting to sell all of my other alts, and then I'll only sell some Doge or some more Doge as much as I need to make my house payment. And that's coming up in a few weeks. So I need the whole alt crypto market to pump so I can save as much Doge as possible. Hi, Charlotte. How are you? Good to see you. A little late at night there. Yes, good news in crypto today. I'm new. The United States executive order from the president, which is very pro-crypto. We'll take a look at it again in a minute. People are selling iPhones with TikTok installed, selling for $10,000, some even up to $1 million. Oh. Okay. The Trump token, Daniel? Turning around a little bit, up to $35, but still it's following a big drop. We're just kind of watching ETH right now because that seems to be the big mover at the moment. Hey, Lucky. Thanks for the super chat, man. Cheers. Got a little bit left here. No Johnny Walker Black Label today, guys. Sorry. But that'll be nice. The day I get to break that out, right? ETH's got to start pumping. I know, Oz. We've been talking about this rotation to ETH forever. Oh, you're down in Hanover? Not too far away. Not too far away. No leverage, Crazy Bear. Kriss does not trade with leverage. I DCA, buy and hold. And I've done pretty well doing that. Well, Becky, don't buy ETH then. You devote 6 hours a day to charts and trading, information from all angles. Good luck with all your trading, Greg. I want everybody to get rich. Yeah, Kurt, that's what I think about stop losses. It's like not in a bull market. I do not trade with stop losses in a bull market. Oh, Oz has the question. Does crypto itself, has crypto heard about the executive order? Maybe they missed it. They didn't get the email. Right, flows into ETH and then alt season starts. We've seen, we've been talking about that, and I've showed that chart before. Bitcoin, ETH, alts, and memes. Instead, we had a mix of Bitcoin and memes and no ETH yet. So when TikTok got banned, if you deleted the app, you can't re-download it because the issue's pending. Oh, so those that still have TikTok. Yearly, do you need to update the membership or will it automatically charge from the new card? Different banks do it different ways. I know my Bank of America credit card, if I have a standing subscription, it automatically forwards the charge to my new card. I did that because I lost my credit card a couple months ago. And when I got the replacement card, a charge showed up that I had not updated the subscription on it to the new card, and it charged anyway. So I don't know how your bank deals with that. And I don't know how you go into YouTube memberships and check. Well, it would be in the memberships. It would be on, I don't know where the payment thing is off the top of my head. You should be able to change your payment method though. The other coins to go to, I still think SWI is going to be great. You know, buying it now for $4.18 after it's already been over $5. That seems like a pretty good price on SWI. I still think it's going to be in the top 10 probably by the end of this year. So good thoughts on that one. And then it's going to be the American, which SWI is also American based, but there's these other American based crypto projects. If that tax thing comes out where no capital gains tax on crypto profits on American based, Algorand, Cardano, XRP, Hedera, those would all be good. Of course, I'm going to be dumping on you guys. I'm dumping all my Cardano. I'm dumping all my Algorand. I'm dumping all my Sheep, all my VeChain. And yes, even the XRP I just bought, I'm going to be dumping it. I'm not a whale on any of those. My selling doesn't matter. It really doesn't. Bruce comes in the room and asks if you were drinking JW. Yep. No Johnny Walker today. That was good. Yep. We will know when the time is to drink Johnny Walker, Bruce. We will know. Payday tomorrow, daydream. Maybe people wake up to those big God candles. Well, RMS, you don't know the exact time the bull market is over because you never know when the top actually hits, which is why you DCA out when you're selling because you never know when the top is. So Josh McDaniels is our office coordinator again. So, and he will, you know, the beauty about Josh McDaniels now being back on the Patriots is that he's already tried head coaching a couple times. Hasn't worked out too great. So if the Patriots start winning, he's not going anywhere. It's like, you know, that Ben Johnson guy of Detroit. Now Detroit's winning, and guess what happens? He gets tagged for a head coaching job in Chicago. But that won't happen with Josh. So I think it's going to be good for the Patriots. They just have so many other holes to fill. Offensive line, wide receiver. They need new linebackers, defensive line. Just so many people. But I think him getting back to just being an offensive coordinator and not a head coach will be good for him. And I think it'll be good for Drake May to be his tutor. And we could see good things coming for Patriots. It might take a couple years, though. I made a ton of money on DJT stock before the Trump token was made. You like the Reds? Me too. I'm not a white wine drinker. You Yeah, I don't care whether TikTok stays or goes, to be honest. Doesn't affect me. You like ETH Classic and Litecoin, the OG proof of work cryptocurrencies? Nothing wrong with that, John. My black label was a gift that I have now. Maybe I will go up to blue next time. Maybe. I have not heard from the Dogecoin millionaire. I don't know what Glauber's up to. I don't follow him because he just keeps shelling all the crap meme tokens, and I can't look at that stuff. DCA means dollar cost average. It basically means you're doing small purchases over a period of time, averaging into a crypto, small bits at a time. I say buy on the dips. That means if you've got like $1,000 sitting there and there's a dip, maybe you buy 200. And then the next dip, you buy another 200. And you do it like that. Some people say, I'm just going to average in every day. It doesn't matter. We've got some people here in the chat who do that. And they just set a recurring buy every day by $20 or $50 every day. Doesn't matter what the price is. Then you're guaranteed to get that crypto at the bottom of dips, because you never know what day it's going to be the dippiest. But if you do a dollar cost average approach of you're just going to do a recurring buy every day, you'll get that dip too. And in the long run, if you look at the bigger picture, Dogecoin's in the mid 30s right now, and you think it's going to at least 60 cents or 70 cents, you're going to double your money regardless. So yeah, we saw the executive orders earlier. T. Yeah, as Lucky says, that was earlier. It wasn't just, it was hours ago. It was like 2 hours ago. If you want to watch him sign it, you can take the little timer at the bottom and go all the way back 2 hours. And then you will see him actually signing the executive order, because we saw it live here on KrissPax Live on a Thursday afternoon. And that's the good news, Pacific, right there. President Trump signed an executive order that is very pro-crypto. And what did that look like? We had it right up here. Oh, I lost it. This was him signing it right here. That's David Sachs, our crypto czar. And so that's the video of him signing it with his big Sharpie. He loves his Sharpies. Yeah, I'd like to get a President Trump Sharpie. That'd be cool. So there it is, the executive order. But someone else had posted the actual line-by-line writing of it. And I didn't catch who it was. Ah, there it is. Thank you, George. There's a working group that will be tasked with developing a federal regulatory framework governing digital assets. The working group will be chaired by David Sachs, the AI and crypto czar. White House and AI and crypto czar will engage leading experts in digital assets and digital markets. The EO directs departments and agencies, identifying and making recommendations to the working group. The EO prohibits agencies from undertaking any action about central bank digital currencies or CBDCs. And the EO revokes previous administration's digital assets executive order, which suppressed innovation and undermined U.S. economic liberty and globalization. Basically, it's making this crypto working group. So some people thought that was not bullish enough because it did not say strategic Bitcoin reserve or stockpile. So It didn't say that. But meanwhile, Cynthia Lummis, the senator who's leading the new crypto subcommittee, did say one of the actions they would be looking at is a strategic Bitcoin reserve, which makes sense to me in Congress because Congress has the money. They're the ones who hold the purse strings of the nation. So I think that's how it's going to go. But people were disappointed, and we saw a big tail off in the price after that because it didn't say strategic Bitcoin reserve in the executive order. But overall, look at what ETH is doing. We've been watching this ETH chart, and that's looking pretty strong. Algorand's starting to go up too. Bitcoin, not so much. Doge, about halfway. But we've been watching ETH because there's some nice big green candles going on there. Is there a Putin meme coin? Alexander? It'd be a token, not a coin. Everybody drink. Probably. Travis Hunter could be the #1 pick. Tennessee could just take him. I don't know. Hey, Kamer, how are you? Mohammed just joined. I just did the recap. When Kriss goes live, you buy 100 Doge. AI cryptos. We were watching Fetch yesterday, and I don't know, it just didn't really, following that big announcement, it just kind of petered out. So kind of going sideways now. Solana, I think Solana was overbought last week with that Trump token, and it's still settling down. I mean, look, ETH is up 2% and Solana is down 2%. Solana it'll do fine going forward, this bull market. It's just right now there's a little weakness. Candles and wicks? Sure, Burbs. Candles and wicks. So we'll zoom in real big. Basically, the candles represent green or red for whatever that time frame is. Right now it's on 15 minutes. If I change it to 5 minutes, all the candles change. Because now they're 5-minute candles. Basically, each 5 minutes, if I'm on the 5-minute time frame, the 5 minutes will start at a certain price, and at the end of the 5 minutes, it ends that candle at that price. And then it goes to the next candle. So that's the candle. The wick, like this one up here, that means during that 5-minute time frame, Dogecoin actually traded up to 35.4, but then before that 5 minutes was up, it came back down and ended the 5 minutes at 35.26. So that's what makes a wick. Likewise, you also have wicks below, and it can be on a green or a red candle, doesn't matter. It just means during that 5-minute time frame, Dogecoin, in this case, in 5 minutes, actually traded during that 5 minutes all the way down to 34.26, but it ended the 5 minutes up here at 34.48. So that's what the wicks are. It just means during that time frame, that's the zone in which the asset traded. So there's your quick explanation of candles and wicks. Doge or Bitcoin, which gives more returns, which is best? Harsith, you've got to figure that out yourself. Over time, Dogecoin has outperformed Bitcoin, but that's because Dogecoin goes on pumps in short periods of time. That's when you want to have your Dogecoin. And then after it pumps, generally, it retraces. Some say dumps. And there's a lot of people who trade Dogecoin for Bitcoin. And as soon as Doge has a big pump, they sell and they rotate it into Bitcoin. Because over those longer stretches between pumps, especially when the market is going down, Bitcoin performs better than Doge. But averaged out over a long period of time, Dogecoin still outperforms Bitcoin because of those pumps. Why a top signal, Daydream? Things are moving up. Tyreek Hill, I think he'll end up still in Miami, but we'll see. Is Peak pumping? Is Peak finally? Probably not too much, but we'll see. You looked at it, not me. Ah, look at that. That's nice. I like those green candles. That's nice. I'm not looking at XCN today. Can the ETH pump be started of an alt season? ETH looking good. Maybe. Nope, there will not be a Kriss coin. What's happening with Doge? You just bought 50 Doge? I don't know. We'll see. We're watching it. We had a recovery from this dip down here a little over an hour ago when Doge was looking pretty weak, but then we have a bunch of green candles coming up, helped by ETH. So that's kind of where we are right now. Breaking. The SEC officially rescinds SAB 121, allowing for banks to custody Bitcoin. There's more bullish news coming out all the time. And this is the thing the Bank of America CEO was saying, was when they get the okay to custody Bitcoin, he said Bank of America is ready to do that. Well, there you go. There you go. Potentially positive adoption raises concerns about transparency and risk management. I don't know how that could be, but happy to help out, Lucky. We're an educational channel too. I think we see good prices tomorrow. As long as the Bank of Japan does not raise their interest rates, we will be good. Masood just bought some Trump token down at $34. That's where I bought mine. It's just about back down to my buy price at $34.25. I'm not happy about that. I want to get back up into the 40s, maybe 50. But we don't know about these things. The Jets are interested in getting Mac Jones? What? Wow. That's wild. I think that new coach should stick with Aaron Rodgers and not go with Mac. That's for a brand new coach to go with Mac Jones. That's very risky. If he wants a long-term job, he should stick with Aaron Rodgers at least a year. I know, not financial advice. People always ask, though. They don't know. 40 cents by Monday, Onur. The Magic 8 Ball said it was a good outlook. The outlook is good. 40 cents by Monday. And bye-bye 14 Pepe. Did it just pull out? Yep, 15. Yep. So those that didn't get that 14.4 dip, I don't know. But again, tomorrow morning, we may see a bigger dip if the Bank of Japan raises rates. So that's always That's always in the mix. ETH is deciding it may not want a red candle after all and keep going up. You've been watching Fetch all day and it's just going sideways. I know. We don't know. We don't know Elon's wallet for Doge. Ken asked, do you think this new working group will work against exchanges that are not owned by U.S. companies? And also coins that are not U.S. owned? I don't know. I have no idea. I would think the president would be more favorable for U.S. companies. I mean, with KYC, right? Most foreign exchanges you can't trade on if you're in the US. So, I mean, they'll probably just work on some policy that puts that in writing, but it's something that you should already be doing. And I know MEXC and others, you can kind of get around it, but I always say there's a lot of risk there anyway, trading on MEXC, particularly with leverage, because they can do whatever the hell they want and you have no recourse. So that's why, I mean, I get contacted every month by MEXC to be an ambassador and trade on their platform. They'll give me a bunch of free crypto. I'm just like, no, thank you. No, thank you. Don't even want to try it. So yeah, United States, Binance US, Coinbase, Robinhood, Crypto.com. I guess KuCoin and Kraken are okay. Gemini's okay. Webull Pay. Webull does have a United States-based arm of the bigger Webull. So I guess that's okay. And the working group will probably just talk about that. I mean, that's a pretty good range of different exchanges. Elon has not really been referencing Doge a lot. It's all been kind of winks and nods. And is he really talking about Dogecoin, or is he talking about the Department of Government Efficiency? And just, it's been a while since he came out and really talked about Dogecoin. Is the government going to buy BTC first and then announce? A little stealth buying. No, I don't think the government can do that. I don't think they can start buying Bitcoin until there's some kind of congressional action or something. Yeah, we're watching the update on Doge too. And it's, I mean, we recovered out of the dip about a little over like an hour and a half ago. And now it's looking like it's going to stick around 35 cents. I will continue streaming. I will not stop streaming. Again, I think SWI and long-term peak, those are the ones I'm keeping at least part of. So those are the ones that I have most confidence in. Exactly. The whole Department of Government Efficiency is a big wink to Dogecoin. Exactly. And Elon thinks it's hilarious. I mean, he loves that stuff. Yep, 35 cents. That's what we got, Crazy Bear. Sitting there now. 36 is up here, and it almost touched it this morning, but didn't quite. So short term, 36 cent resistance, sure. ETH moved up a little bit. Looking for some more ETH buying. By May, we'll be all financially set. It always depends on where you buy, though. Like the guy who bought Melania token at $11, probably not happening. Does internet speed affect the bet? Not really. No, not really. I mean, the chance of getting the best price is, even if you had the best internet, it doesn't really matter. So, I mean, at that time, Melania token was taking off. It was early. You didn't know. But if you go chasing tokens like that haven't yet established themselves in some manner, it's very risky. Oh, Shank, you're one of those when did big swing trade, right? What's wrong with 34 cent if you sold in the 40s? Why do you have to have 32 or 30? I know you want the lowest price, but why don't you buy half on a 34 cent dip and then save the other half in case it goes lower? Because I don't know if it's going to go lower or not. Tomorrow morning, we might see a big dip if there's this Bank of Japan thing, or it might rip and you might not even see 34 cents again. Oh, greed. Well, at least you admit it. At least you admit it. Okay, but the other side of the brain, right, is just saying, let's de-risk a little bit, right? That's how I think. I've got the other side of the brain that says de-risk. You've already made a good swing trade from the 40s to 34 cents. Johannes from Norway, good evening. How are you? It's late there, isn't it? Litecoin. Yeah, we covered Litecoin earlier. Litecoin went on a big run. Here it is. When the Litecoin ETF filing was announced. So we had that nice big run. It's traded off a bit since then, and we were looking at this this last dip here, or what I thought might be a last dip before the next rip. Maybe that's what I'm hoping for. But yeah, get back up to 140 as a target for the next month or so. I think that's reasonable. Are we going to get up to $200 or $300? I don't know. When the ETF actually gets approved, we could see some good buying into Litecoin. Could be some really good buying because there's nothing to sell when that ETF starts. There's no holdover grayscale Litecoin thing that would lead to a bunch of selling. So I think it'd be very positive for Litecoin. And I think the chances of that ETF getting approved is pretty good. And they're about 2.5 months away. So that would be like early April or late. Yeah, about early April, I think. So something to watch for. But yeah, everything seems to have this little swoop there. So Litecoin or ETH is still looking good. Yeah, we did get a red candle, but now we're following it up with the green. Again, just on the 15-minute chart we've been watching. I still hold some BOEM. Yep. I'm going to sell it, whatever the price is, in a couple weeks. And it's just, I may take the L on that one. I didn't buy a lot. It wasn't a big purchase, but yeah, L. That's what it's looking like for BOEM. I've never used Kraken, Marino, so I don't know. I just use these three right here now. Coinbase, Robinhood, and crypto.com. And I have links in the description below to join all of those if you're interested in any of those exchanges. Can I advise you? No, I cannot advise you, Ankit, but we can talk about it. So you bought Trump token at $47. It is a meme. Memes do not have targets, okay? Memes don't have targets. And you're a little bit down from $47. Actually, you're a lot down. You bought almost at the top. So, because, no, not quite. It did actually go up to 72, 73. So you bought at 47. Yeah, that's right in that range right there. Well, that's not too far from where it is now. I don't know how this thing is going to trade. I have no idea. The Trump effect was here just at the beginning, and we had some massive insider selling, trading back up on a dip, and then a sell-off. So I don't know. Now that it's trading on all these different exchanges, you can get this thing almost anywhere. I don't know what a pump would look like. I don't know, but the volume is way down of trading now, and we'll see how it levels out. More peak action, guys. Yeah, it's falling back a little from that. Thank you, Kilmar. Appreciate it. Ivanka said that the Ivanka meme token is being promoted without her consent. I know. There was a Baron one as well. There's a bunch of them out there. In fact, there was a Melania token before the real Melania token. There's a bunch of Trump tokens and a bunch of follow-on Trump tokens. Just be careful out there. Be careful out there. 84 million Litecoins. That's right. That would mean Litecoin should be just under 4x of Bitcoin. So my guess one day is $20,000. Yeah, you would think that, right? You would think that. Yeah. But Litecoin just doesn't have the pull that Bitcoin has. Dennis, that's what this whole live stream has been about. We saw it live. Yes. He signed the executive order. It wasn't big. It was just forming a working group and what the working group was going to do. That's all the executive order was. Yeah. Yeah, I feel bad for Steven. I mean, he put a lot of work into that MAGA meme token. And then Trump comes out with a real one. And those were all people that supported Trump, went to his rallies, did all this stuff. So yeah, that was tough. I don't think we're going to see the Trump token being promoted within the White House. Yeah, we were talking about Pepe half an hour ago at under 15 as being the dip price. And now it's traded up over 15. That's that red line there. It's 15. And we were down here at 14.4 saying that's a good buy. So you can't show up late to KrissPax streams. You got to get all the information. Got to hang on to every word for 3 hours. The Litecoin ETF could make Litecoin go to 10K. Probably not. Probably not. Is ETH still awake? Yep. ETH's going up higher. Push it up. Let's go. ETH. Who else is on YouTube watching ETH in its green candles right now? Who else is doing that? If Litecoin hits 10K, you're buying everybody a house. I have a little Litecoin sitting on PayPal. I was just trying out the PayPal exchange a few years ago, and I bought Litecoin at like $100. I'm finally in the green after 3 years. I don't even remember how much I had, but hey, if it goes up in the next 3 weeks, awesome. Yes, this is bullish for an altcoin move, for ETH to move up like this. This is very bullish. Let's go. Look at it, just pumping up. And it's kind of on low volume too. Alt season on fire. I want to see it in the next 3 weeks so I can sell my alt back. Save my Dogecoin. The alt gods are listening to me. I don't see any news for ETH. I don't see any news. Ethereum. No. No. That's what it's done. I'm just looking at the top stuff. ETH, yep. That's what everybody's been saying. I don't see any huge news. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, those are your cryptos determined to be commodities in the US. Those are the ones that should automatically make up part of any US strategic crypto stockpile. That, of course, is coming from Litecoin, of which it'll be Bitcoin. Once Ethereum breaks, it will be the easiest trade in history. Well, let's go ETH. Nope, I don't see any big news. It's just going on its own. Maybe people are just rotating out of Bitcoin into ETH now because Bitcoin didn't do anything on that, what should have been a big pump for Bitcoin. I don't know. With a bit of luck, you can bring out some Johnny Walker later tonight. I wouldn't mind doing it. Probably top secret. I don't know. Vitalik has been on a rampage against the ETH Foundation. Maybe something's going on behind the scenes. You have a wallet that does the PayPal app. I don't know. I just bought it right on PayPal. There was no wallet, and it's just sitting there, and I'm going to sell it in the next few weeks and be done with PayPal because their exchange is terrible. You don't get the price you want. Bitcoin dominance going down. Yep. It's back where it was this morning. But yeah, you wouldn't have expected Bitcoin dominance to be down after these crypto executive orders and talk about Bitcoin strategic reserve, even though it's not a thing yet. We're not looking at XCN, script mining, proof of work, merge mining, Doge and Litecoin together. I want to try that out. That I'm going to look at. I'm going to look at doing that. You know what? I hadn't thought of that. If I'm moving into the house later in February, I can start to set up the electrical for a mining rig. Interesting. Yes, we need Bitcoin dominance down more. This is not going to be a 7-hour marathon. No, I'm going to have to call it a stream here in a few minutes. Mog, it's just another meme. I don't follow it. Your Jasmine's looking good, Raiden? That means my Jasmine is looking good too. We got to break 3 cents though. But yeah, that's good start for recovery. I'm not expecting a Doge boom tonight. But nice, slow, steady gains in alts would be great, led by Ethereum. I'll take that. Yeah, I got to in a few minutes. So just to go through and recap, Trump token still looking kind of weak. I guess didn't like what's going on. Forbes says it's going to happen. Bitcoin price braces for huge Trump earthquake. So they were expecting a God candle coming out of whatever today was. Didn't happen. We talked about this Dogecoin ETF application. Bitwise's isn't yet an application. And we covered it here, where it's really just the registration of the Bitwise Dogecoin ETF in the state of Delaware so that they can then take the next step to actually make their application to the SEC, like Rex Osprey already did on Tuesday with a Doge ETF application. But note, they also had Bonk, XRP, Solana, Bitcoin, ETH, and Trump. That doesn't mean that Trump is going to get approved or that Bonk is going to get approved, but I still think it's very likely Doge will be approved. And it'll be 90 days from last Tuesday is what that would be. And I think that would be huge bullish for Dogecoin, but that's not until April. And then, of course, we looked at these price targets, and there's our friend Ali pointing to $15 Dogecoin. Yeah, whatever. Ali, he gets so many views on these charts, and he just keeps redoing it. And he's making a lot of money on X. He's making a lot of money on X with this chart. He's giving it a good run, that's for sure. So that's what we talked about. And then we we looked at the Department of Government Efficiency. There's Ali again with his charts. We watched the liquidation heat map. And it just doesn't look like Bitcoin's going to go down to 101 and grab that low liquidity. And then everything else was the Trump executive order and Cynthia Lummis and her new subcommittee in Congress. So that's a lot for today, guys. That's a lot. So yeah, Anthony, Doge to $15. If you believe in Ali, that's where it'll be, $15. Kriss does not say $15. Don't anyone say, well, Kriss said Doge will be 15. No, I cover all things Dogecoin, and I'm just letting you know what somebody else has posted, just so you have that information. So, all right, gang, I hope everyone has a great evening. I'll be live again tomorrow on Friday. We'll see how things go. Until then, see you next time.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has like skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.